It's old time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way. You play like Gordie Howe or Eddie fucking Shore. We can't all be Gretzky, some news or Bobby Orr's. Hey!
Kevin Stevens was probably one of the most offensively gifted tough guys in the NHL. Stevens was a late pick in the 1983 NHL entry draft, being picked 108th overall in the 6th round by the Los Angeles Kings. He was drafted right out of high school, where he put up an astonishing 51 points in just 18 games, and was given a scholarship to Boston College. Stevens would play his 4 years at Boston College, ultimately becoming the team captain in 1986. He would play in the Olympic Games in 1988 while making his debut for the Penguins, playing 16 games, scoring 5 goals, and getting 2 assists. He would spend most of his time playing for Team USA internationally, playing in 44 games and scoring 45 points. 88-89, he would be a full-time pro hockey player, splitting time between the NHL and IHL. By the 89-90 season, Stevens was a full-time NHLer, appearing in 76 games for the Penguins and scoring 70 points. The following seasons, he would greatly improve, helping the Penguins capture their first Stanley Cup in 1991, putting up 86 points in the regular season, and leading the Penguins in points in the playoffs with 33, all while serving as an alternate captain for the team. He would put up his best numbers of his career in 91-92, playing in 80 games, scoring 54 goals, 69 assists for 123 points, all on his way to a second straight Stanley Cup victory, where he put up 28 points in the playoffs. He would have 2 more great years with the Penguins, but in 94-95, after the lockout-shortened season, he was traded to the Boston Bruins. After a disappointing half-season in Boston, he was dealt to the Los Angeles Kings, the team that originally drafted him, where he would finish out the season playing 20 games. After another disappointing season in LA, he was finally traded to the New York Rangers, where he would spend the better parts of the next 3 years, although he would never reach the heights that he did in Pittsburgh. During the 99-2000 season, Stevens was relegated to only playing 38 games due to being placed in the NHL-NHLBA Substance Abuse and Behavioral Health Program after being caught in an East St. Louis motel room with a prostitute and crack cocaine. After being released from the program, he played a brief stint in the Philadelphia Flyers before being traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins for a second time. He finished out the remaining 32 games of the 2000-2001 season, putting up decent numbers. Stevens would return to Pittsburgh for the 01-02 season, but only getting ice time in 32 games and putting up a lackluster 5 points. Stevens would retire from active play and transition into a back office role, being the pro scout for the Penguins from 2005 to 2012, including the 08-09 season where the Penguins won their Stanley Cup, making it Stevens' 3rd cup in his career. In 2011, Stevens left the Pittsburgh Penguins organization as a pro scout to spend more time with his family. But in May of 2016, Stevens and a co-defendant were charged with conspiracy and possession with intent to distribute oxycodone. Stevens entered a plea of guilty and was sentenced to probation, community service, and a $10,000 fine. He also admitted to being addicted to prescription drugs since May of 1993, when he sustained massive injuries during a game, an addiction that would destroy his marriage and his post-playing career in hockey. In 2017, he would successfully complete rehab and rejoin the Pittsburgh Penguins organization as a special assignment scout, a position which he holds to this very day. In total, Kevin Stevens played 874 NHL games, scoring 329 goals, 397 assists for 726 points, all while spending 1,470 minutes in the penalty box. He's a 3-time NHL All-Star. He represented the USA at the '88 Olympics and is a 3-time Stanley Cup champion.
It's old-time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way.